Question Let about professional education. Part 23. Question number 1. In a math quiz, the scores are 86, 88, 89, 91, 91, 95, 98. Which measure shows that 91 is the most common score? Letter A, mean. Letter B, median. Letter C, mode. Letter D, range. The correct answer is letter C, mode. The mode is the measure of central tendency that shows the most frequent or most common score in a set of data. Since the given scores are 86, 88, 89, 91, 91, 95, and 98. Because the number 91 appears twice, while all other scores appear only once. Therefore, the mode is 91, and represent as the most common score among the students. Question number 2. Teacher Brian encourages his students to choose careers where the personal strengths and community needs meet. Which foundational guidance principle is applied here? Letter A, behavior modification. Letter B, self-actualization. Letter C, psychoanalysis. Letter D, trait and factor theory. The correct answer is letter D, trait and factor theory. The trait and factor theory of guidance and counseling introduced by Frank Parsons focuses on helping individuals match their personal traits such as abilities, interests, and personality with the factors or requirements of a suitable career or occupation. In this case, when teacher Brian encourages students to choose careers that fit the personal strengths which represent as traits and meet community needs represent as factors. This clearly reflects the trait and factor approach, which aims to find the best fit between the person and their environment or career. Question number 3. Teacher Cindy discusses a religion that believes in reincarnation, that a person's soul is reborn after death depending on their karma. Which religion holds this belief? Letter A, Hinduism. Letter B, Judaism. Letter C, Islam. Letter D, Christianity. The correct answer is letter A, Hinduism. When teacher Cindy discusses a religion that believes a soul is reborn after death based on karma, she is referring to Hinduism. Hinduism teaches the belief in reincarnation, which means that a person's soul, or represent as Atman, is reborn into another body after death. The kind of life one is reborn into depends on their karma, the sum of all good and bad actions performed in previous lives. This continuous cycle of birth, death, and rebirth is called samsara. Hindus believe that this cycle continues until one attains moksha, which is the ultimate spiritual goal, where it is the freedom from the endless cycle of reincarnation and union with the divine. The option B. Judaism believes in one God, which is monotheism. It focuses on moral living and following God's commandments. The option C. Islam is also a monotheistic religion, believes in one God, which is Allah. Its focus is to teaches that after death, souls are judged and sent to heaven or hell based on deeds. The option D. The Christianity is also believes in one God and the resurrection of the soul after death, and after death, the soul goes to heaven, hell, or purgatory depending on one's faith and actions. Question number 4. The Early Childhood Care and Development, or ECCD teacher observes that one child shows delays in speech development and refers the case to the nearest health center. Which ECCD principle does this action demonstrate? Letter A, inclusivity. Letter B, parent partnership. Letter C, early identification, screening, and intervention. Letter D, continuous assessment. The correct answer is letter C, early identification, screening, and intervention. The ECCD stands for Early Childhood Care and Development. It refers to the holistic development of children from birth to age 8, covering their physical, social, emotional, moral, and intellectual growth. The goal of ECCD is to ensure that young children receive proper care, nutrition, stimulation, and early education during their most critical years of development. When the ECCD teacher noticed that a child has speech delays, this means the teacher is observing and recognizing a possible developmental concern early on. By referring the child to a health center, the teacher ensures that the child gets the appropriate assessment and support as soon as possible. This action directly reflects the ECCD principle of early identification, screening, and intervention, which emphasizes that children's developmental delays should be detected early so that necessary interventions can be provided immediately to support their optimal growth. Question number 5. The school implements Project Green Campus to foster students' respect for nature and sustainable living. This initiative is anchored on the value Makakalakasan. Which part of the DepEd philosophy does this action demonstrate? Letter A. Vision. Letter B. Mission. Letter C. Core values. Letter D. Goal. The correct answer is letter C. Core values, because the school's Project Green Campus promotes care for the environment and sustainable living, reflecting to the DepEd core value, Makakalakasan. This initiative helps students develop a sense of responsibility toward protecting nature in their daily lives. It clearly demonstrates how schools integrate DepEd's core values such as Maka, Jos, Maka Tau, Makakalakasan, and Makabansa into real-life activities that build character and social awareness. The core values are the guiding moral principles that shape students' behavior. The option D, which is goal, refers to the specific targets or results the organization or school wants to accomplish within a certain time frame to fulfill its mission and vision. While the option A, the vision, refers to the long-term dream or aspiration of DepEd, describing what it aims to achieve in the future. And the option B, mission, describes the DepEd's purpose and function, explaining what it does to achieve its vision, such as delivering quality, accessible, relevant, and liberating education. Question number 6. Teacher Elizabeth teaches in a remote multigrade class and is rarely visited by her principal. She only teaches when she feels like it and skips class when she does not. What professional trait does she lack? Letter A. Accountability. Letter B. Creativity. Letter C. Compassion. Letter D. Tact. The correct answer is letter A. Teacher Elizabeth lacks accountability, which refers to a teacher's responsibility to perform her duties consistently and ethically, even without direct supervision. In the situation, she teaches only when she feels like it and neglects her classes when she doesn't, showing a lack of commitment to her professional obligations. A truly accountable teacher remains dedicated and dependable in fulfilling her teaching responsibilities, regardless of personal moods or external supervision. Question number 7. Teacher Nestor forces his students to attend a political rally in support of a candidate he favors. Those who refuse are threatened with a failing grade. What student right is violated in this situation? Letter A. Right to privacy. Letter B. Right to freedom of religion. Letter C. Right to free expression and choice. Letter D. Right to safety. The correct answer is letter C. The right to free expression and choice. It allows students to freely express their ideas, opinions, and beliefs responsibly, without fear of punishment or discrimination. It also gives them the freedom to decide whether or not to participate in activities related to politics, religion, or personal beliefs. In the situation, Teacher Nestor violated this right by forcing his students to attend a political rally and threatening to fail those who refused. Students should be allowed to think and decide for themselves, as education must promote critical thinking, freedom, and respect for individual choices. Question number 8. Student Rena, a 10-year-old pupil, often forgets her homework, seems daydreamy, but occasionally talks too much in class. Which attention deficit hyperactivity disorder or ADHD type is she most likely to have? Letter A. Combined. Letter B. Inattentive. Letter C. Hyperactive impulsive. Letter D. Disruptive. The correct answer is letter A. Combined. The ADHD stands for Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, is a neurodevelopmental condition that affects a child's ability to focus, control impulses, and regulate activity levels. It commonly appears during childhood, especially between ages 6 to 12. There are 3 main types of ADHD. First, the inattentive type, where the child has a difficulty in focusing, easily distracted, forgetful, and daydreamy. Second is the hyperactive impulsive type, where the students are very active, talks excessively, and acts without thinking. And lastly, the third type is combined, which shows us symptoms of both inattention and hyperactivity impulsivity. In the situation of Rena, often forgets her homework and seems daydreamy is a sign of inattention, but also talks too much in class is a sign of hyperactivity or impulsivity. Because she displays traits of both, she is most likely has the combined type of ADHD. Question number 9. To encourage introspection among students, which teaching method is most appropriate? Letter A. Lecture-based teaching with note-taking. Letter B. Group competition activities. Letter C. Demonstration of experiments by the teacher. Letter D. Reflective journaling and self-assessment. The correct answer is letter D. Reflective journaling and self-assessment. The introspection means looking inward or examining one's own thoughts, feelings, and actions. It is a process of self-reflection that helps learners understand themselves better, their strengths, weaknesses, values, and learning experiences. Reflective journaling and self-assessment allow students to pause, think about their learning, and evaluate their own performance. This encourages introspection because students actively reflect on what they learned, how they felt, and how they can improve. In contrast, the activities like lectures, competitions, or teacher demonstrations focus on external performance rather than self-reflection. Question number 10. Teacher Anna discovers that her colleague, Teacher Ben, has been taking credit for her lesson plans during faculty meetings. She feels upset but is unsure how to handle the situation. According to the Professional Code of Ethics for Teachers, what should Teacher Anna do? Letter A. Confront Teacher Ben angrily in front of other teachers. Letter B. Report the issue to the school administration while maintaining professionalism. Letter C. Copy Teacher Ben's work in return. Letter D. Ignore the situation to avoid conflict. The correct answer is letter B. Report the issue to the school administration while maintaining professionalism. According to the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers, Article 11, the teacher as a person and a professional teachers must uphold honesty, integrity, and respect toward colleagues. If a professional concern arises, it should be addressed through proper channels and in a professional manner. In a situation of Teacher Anna, she feels upset because Teacher Ben is taking credit for her work, an act of professional dishonesty. However, instead of reacting with anger or revenge, she should handle the issue calmly and report it to the proper authorities, such as the principal or the ethics committee. This action reflects professionalism, respect, and adherence to the teacher's ethical duty to protect the dignity of the profession while maintaining good relationships with colleagues.